Like I said in my last video, I was going to do another video on my first RE appointment. I know a lot of people who get on here and they're looking for like first RE appointments. They want details. They want to know what happened, when it happened, why it happened. Sorry, I'm sitting at my front door. It is absolutely the best lighting I got in my whole house. So if y'all hear a really loud noise, it's probably a car going by. But, so my first RE appointment was, I guess it was 2 weeks ago today, September 21st. And my OBGYN referred me to her. Oh, here's my dog Ghost. Come here, Ghosty. This is my Ghosty. He's an American Pit. He's 8. He's my old man. Okay. You gotta go. You gotta go. Go. Okay. Sorry. He's an attention hog. Go. So, okay, 2 weeks ago, September 21st, my OBGYN referred me to her. She said she was a really good infertility specialist. She's a reproductive endocrinologist. She's really good, and she really liked her. So, she referred me to her. We went in. They sent me a letter. I guess it was probably a week before my appointment. They sent me a letter, and they told me that infertility is a couple's diagnosis. It's not just one person or the other. So it was an appointment for both my husband and I. He had to take off work to go with me. They don't expect the husbands to come, but, you know, like they said, go. Because, you know, sometimes they just can't make it, but they really prefer that they do come with you on the first appointment, because eventually they're going to have to go. So you kind of might as well just get it out of the way with the first appointment. So we both went in. They told me, again, in this letter, they told me that I had to reduce my caffeine intake to 1 cup a day. Now, whether that 1 cup, 8 ounces, whether that was, sorry, truck, whether that 1 cup was coffee or tea or soda, it didn't matter, but that was the only cup that I was allowed to have the entire day. That has probably been the hardest thing for me, is cutting out, not necessarily caffeine. I am a tea addict. I've learned that over the last month. I am addicted to tea. Like, it's not good. I have been going crazy not being able to have my tea. So that's probably the biggest thing. Like, I'll go out to a restaurant and I always get tea. Always. And, you know, the cups that they give you are like this big. They're huge cups. And, you know, you're only allowed 8 ounces. And so it's just, it's hard. So, I mean, really the only thing that you're allowed at, like, restaurants with no caffeine is tea. Tea. Oh my gosh. See? Tea addict. Is water. And I don't know. I'm just not much on water out of a tap. So I usually just take a bottle of water with me. But that's been the hardest thing. That they told me also that any pain medicine I take, if it's ibuprofen related, I'm not allowed to take it. I have been taking naproxen sodium or Aleve for as long as I can remember, for like headaches or backaches or, you know, any little minor ache that I have, and I can't take it because it's related to ibuprofen. So really, you're down to Tylenol, which is pretty much what you would be if you were pregnant. You know, you would be down to Tylenol. So I kind of understand what they're doing there. They're kind of getting you prepared for pregnancy. So and those were the two biggest things. They told me that if I was taking any prescription pain medicine, which I am, that I would have to stop that at a positive pregnancy test, but I don't have to stop before then. So that there's that. But at the first appointment we went in, they told us it was going to be probably 3.5 hours. I think we were only there 2 hours, so it wasn't too bad. But they recommended, like, we bring snacks or something for us to kind of, like, eat on while we were there so we didn't starve to death. That, and from me, they took, I think it was like 10 vials of blood. So if you haven't eaten anything yet, you are definitely going to be weak after that blood draw. So definitely maybe a little snack in your purse or something, bottled water, because you'll have to give a urine sample. And so If you got something to drink to kind of help you go to the bathroom. I just suggest eating before you go. But, I mean, you know, if you are a snacker, I recommend taking snacks. So, we got there and we got signed in and everything. And the first person you see is kind of she's a nurse. And she's going to kind of go over what your procedures are going to be for the day. Mine was a transvaginal ultrasound, blood work, discussing with the doctor our options, and then the financial advisor. You'll speak to a financial advisor at some point in time during your first visit. And for my husband, that was a semen analysis and blood work, and then of course talking to the doctor and talking to the financial advisor. Sorry, I blinked out for a second. But you know, you'll go back and they'll send you in to talk to the doctor first after that nurse kind of gives you, or this is just my personal, I'm just letting you know what they did for us. And so we went in and talked to our doctor, and she got a history from me, she got a history from my husband. She discussed how long we had been trying to conceive. For us, hold on a second, there's a big truck coming. Sorry. For us, we hadn't been protecting against pregnancy for 8 years, but we haven't actually been trying for that long. But she counted the 8 years because, I mean, if we're baby dancing on the regular for 8 years and nothing's happening, obviously there's a problem. So she took that in, and she discussed all my medications. Like I told you in my previous video, I was taking Vitex and evening primrose oil and fish oil with other oils. It's like omega-369, and then folic acid, and I think B12. And she told me that with the Vitex and the evening primrose oil, both of those are hormone supplements. They're specifically for hormone health. And scientifically, there's no proof or research done on exactly how they affect the body. And so because of that, she told me that I had to quit taking them. Which I kind of got a little, I don't want to say sad, but I was a little upset about it because, you know, I had mentioned that I credited them for straightening out my menstrual cycles. And so, I don't know. I was really excited that they were doing something, and then now I've got to quit taking them. But, I mean, like I said before, she's the professional, I'm not. So, maybe in the future I might, I mean, I haven't thrown them away. I still have them, but I just don't take them now. And so she told me that our first treatment option is going to be letrozole. She's not a big fan of Clomid. She wasn't. And she said that just for one reason or another, she preferred letrozole over Clomid. And then I had to sign a form stating that I was okay with jumping straight to letrozole and skipping over Clomid. And then after that, after we talked to her and discussed our treatment plan, we went our separate ways. My husband went to have his semen analysis done, and then I went to have my transvaginal ultrasound done. And they scanned my uterus, they checked my lining, which I had already had a laparoscopy done, a laparoscopy done in May. So it was very recent. So they had like actual pictures of my uterus, my ovaries, and stuff like that. So, but they still, you know, had to do the scan to check my lining, check, you know, what my uterus was looking like at the moment, the lining and stuff. Check my ovaries, check my cysts. And, you know, my cysts were back. I had had them drained during my laparoscopy, but they were back, and that's to be expected with polycystic ovary syndrome. It wasn't anything that gave me pause or anything. I mean, I expected it. So they, you know, I was on cycle day 18 at the time that I went to my appointment, and they told me that I'm nowhere near ovulation. So they said that I would be getting a shot of progesterone in oil to induce a menstrual period. And so straight from the ultrasound, I went to get the shot. And then after I got my shot, I met up with my husband, who was sitting in the waiting room after his semen analysis. And he said it went pretty good. He said, he was really the only one in the clinic. It was kind of private. I think there was one nurse back there who gave him the cup that he needed to get his sample in, and he said it wasn't an awkward experience at all or anything. It was kind of just, it was a private experience, so it was fine. And then from there, we went to get our blood work done. And like I said, mine was 10 vials. His was 3. They checked me for a lot more than they checked him for, I guess. And we got the results back from that. His results came back like the next day, but I didn't get mine back until the 26th. The only thing that they really told us was both of our vitamin D3s were low. His was extremely low, but mine was slightly low. They want your vitamin D3, which is important for cell health, if you're unfamiliar with it. I was. But they explained it to me in my message that I got, that it was very important for cell health. And of course, if you're trying to get pregnant, you really want your cells to be as perfect as they can be. Eggs, sperm, they're nothing but cells. And you really want them to be the best that they can be. So we'll have a sticky baby. So, they said that both of us have to take 5,000 units of vitamin D3 a day. For me, I have to take that for 4 months. And then after the 4 months, I'll get retested. And if it's still low, they said that they'll refer me to an endocrinologist. Whereas with my husband, they said that he'll just have to take it pretty much until further notice. And then we got his semen analysis, the results from that, back later the same day. I think it wasn't even probably an hour and a half that we had already gotten his results back. And everything looked good with him. The motility was good. The count was good. He was like at 18 million. It was really good. So, they said the only thing that was kind of iffy with him was the volume, but that really doesn't affect his fertility in any way. It's just, they told him that at best he would need to take a supplement called Conception XR, and it's for healthy reproductive health. What is it? The bottle's in the other room. I can't remember exactly what it is. Oh, I think it's just reproductive health. So Conception XR reproductive health, I think is what it is. And we ordered that online from a website, I think, called Theralogics.com, I think is what it was. And they give you, my fertility clinic gave me a code to use to get it at a discounted price. And it wasn't too expensive. You buy a 3-month supply. And the 3-month supply was a little on the hefty side for us. But, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it really wasn't that expensive. It was like $15 to $20 a month, something like that. It's not bad. But, so he's taken that, and then he's taken his vitamin D3. And so that was really it for our first appointment. There really wasn't a whole lot to it. It was just kind of a consultation. They want to get your history and everything and kind of check and see where you are now. And then they'll give you like a calendar of what to expect in the next, however long, the next month or whatever. Mine was a month. And that calendar is subject to change. Mine has already changed. We're only 2 weeks out from the appointment, and mine has already changed. So they could change at any time, depending on how it really depends on your body and how your body's doing and what your scans are looking like. And I went in for a scan last Thursday, and they did my baselines, and that's when my calendar changed. So literally a week after we made the calendar, it had already changed. So just be aware of that. Kind of be flexible with your schedule, because you just really never know when you'll have to go in, and our bodies are always a surprise to us. So you never really know. But I wanted to make this video to kind of let you know what to expect on your first RE appointment, and just kind of let you know it's really not. I think for me, I was just more anxious to know. Like, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I really just love information. I love having it. I love looking it up if I don't have it. And so I was just really anxious to have the information. And really, there's nothing to be nervous about. There's nothing to be anxious about, other than the fact that it takes forever to get here. So, but yeah, so please subscribe below if you want further updates. I go back on Monday for another follicle scan, and hopefully a trigger shot. I'm on cycle day, what am I on? Cycle day 8. I'm on cycle day 8 today. So, I'll finish my letrozole tomorrow. Still no issues with it that I can report. So we're just kind of waiting, and I will see you guys after my appointment on Monday. Thanks.